Global Politics 2025, Multipolarity, Technology, and the New World Order. Welcome to 2025, a world in flux. Global politics today is marked by shifting power dynamics, intensifying conflicts, the rise of new technologies, and the growing influence of non-state actors. Traditional structures of authority are being challenged, and nations are adapting to a rapidly evolving, multipolar world. Historical context: from unipolarity to multipolarity. For decades after the Cold War, the United States emerged as the singular superpower, shaping global institutions, trade, and security. But over time, the unipolar world has given way to multipolarity. The rise of China, India, and other emerging economies has challenged U.S. dominance, creating a more complex global arena. This shift is reminiscent of earlier historical transitions. Just as Europe experienced power rebalancing after World War I, the modern world is undergoing a profound redistribution of influence. Alliances are changing, rivalries are intensifying, and the international system is becoming increasingly unpredictable. Geopolitical shifts and conflicts. Major power competition defines this era. The rivalry between the United States and China dominates international affairs. Economically, they compete in trade and supply chains. Technologically, the race is on for artificial intelligence, semiconductors, and cybersecurity. Militarily, tensions in the Indo-Pacific are at an all-time high. Persistent conflicts continue to challenge global stability. The war in Ukraine has become a protracted crisis with no clear resolution. In the Middle East, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict continues, often escalating with regional tensions. Sudan faces a devastating civil war, displacing millions, while countries like Mexico and Haiti struggle with rising gang violence. These conflicts are not isolated. They intersect with global trade, energy security, and technological competition. The world's interconnectedness means instability in one region can ripple globally. Economic and political fragmentation. Populist rallies different countries. Globalization, once hailed as a path to prosperity, is now facing fragmentation. Countries are prioritizing economic security over full integration. Governments use tariffs, sanctions, and export controls to protect critical industries. The rise of friend-shoring, relocating supply chains to politically aligned countries, is redefining global trade. At the same time, populist movements and social divides are reshaping domestic politics. Citizens in many nations are rejecting traditional parties, demanding nationalistic policies, and questioning the legitimacy of multilateral institutions. Statistics slide: 57% of citizens across 31 countries believe their society is broken. Global growth projected at 3% in 2025 due to increased trade barriers. Technology as a geopolitical force. Technology is no longer just a tool, it is a battlefield. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, semiconductors, and cybersecurity are central to global power. Nations compete not only for economic advantage but also for military dominance through technology. Cyber warfare and disinformation campaigns are common. States disrupt critical infrastructure, manipulate digital platforms, and influence public opinion. Non-state actors, from tech giants to NGOs, now wield unprecedented influence, shaping international norms and policies. Digital diplomacy is becoming as important as traditional diplomacy. Companies like those in Silicon Valley and China's tech hubs are now pivotal actors in shaping international relations. Shifting power dynamics. Unassemblies. The global order is evolving. The post-Cold War dominance of the US is giving way to multipolarity. China and India, alongside regional powers, are asserting influence across economic, military, and technological domains. This transition brings both opportunities and challenges: new alliances, complex supply chains, and intensified rivalries. The US-China competition remains central, but other nations are increasingly shaping the rules of global engagement. Persistent conflicts and instability. Global conflict is at its highest since World War II. The war in Ukraine remains unresolved, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict continues to escalate, and Sudan faces a humanitarian catastrophe. The Sahel region grapples with armed groups and political instability, while gang violence in Latin America destabilizes entire communities. These crises strain international institutions and humanitarian responses, emphasizing the fragility of the global system. Rise of populism and nationalism. Populism and nationalism are on the rise. Citizens feel alienated by economic inequality, social injustice, and the perceived failures of traditional politics. Populist parties gain ground by challenging established elites, resulting in political polarization. Nationalist policies often prioritize domestic interests, tighten immigration controls, and take confrontational stances in diplomacy and trade. The interplay of these movements with technology and global conflicts shapes both domestic and international politics. Key political figures of 2025. From Washington to Beijing, global leaders are shaping the world's trajectory. Joe Biden, U.S., emphasizes democracy versus autocracy and strengthens alliances to counter China and Russia. Donald Trump, U.S., focuses on America First, economic nationalism, and bilateral diplomacy. Xi Jinping, China, consolidates power, advances ideological rigidity, and expands global influence through the Belt and Road Initiative. Vladimir Putin, Russia, asserts Russia's global power while managing the Ukraine conflict. Narendra Modi, India, champions national development and India's diplomatic rise. Emmanuel Macron, France, navigates domestic instability while leading European diplomacy. Olaf Scholz, Germany, strengthens military capabilities and energy independence. Giorgia Meloni, Italy, represents rising right-wing populism in Europe. Rishi Sunak, UK, focuses on technocratic solutions and opposition strategy. Shigeru Ishiba, Japan, emphasizes a muscular defense posture. Justin Trudeau, Canada, balances social liberalism with global alliances. The role of health in global politics. Health is inseparable from politics. Pandemic preparedness remains critical, yet funding gaps persist. Non-communicable diseases account for 74% of global deaths, demanding political intervention. Mental health crises, worsened by social instability and pandemic aftermath, require urgent global attention. Politics, economics, and health are intertwined, and leaders must navigate these overlapping challenges to maintain stability. Conclusion: the future of global politics. In 2025, global politics is defined by multipolarity, technological competition, fragmented economies, rising populism, and persistent conflicts. The rules of engagement are changing, alliances are shifting, and new actors, from tech giants to NGOs, are shaping the international landscape. The future will require innovative diplomacy, technological foresight, and cooperative problem-solving. The world has entered a new era, where power is diffuse, stakes are high, and the interplay of technology, economics, and ideology will determine the path ahead. Understanding the complexities of 2025 is not just about observing the world. It is about preparing for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.